Hi, this is Bill Frank, and I'm here at the Crown Plaza Hotel in downtown Ventura to participate in the Center for Economic Research and Forecasting luncheon that is being held today. This is the second of two events that is being hosted by Cal Lutheran University, where the famed economist Bill Watkins will be speaking about the economy in California, also talking about the economy specifically in Ventura County. As people start to gather here, we're seeing dignitaries representing all major industries. Lots of people from the banking industry, manufacturing, of course, farming and agribusiness is here as well. These are the types of people that come out and pay big money to hear Bill Watkins make his economic predictions, not only for Ventura County, but for the state of California and for the United States as well. This year's forecast is rather remarkable, as the country and California both experience a little bit of a recovery from the recession. Bill's predictions are that Ventura County will not follow suit. We will lag behind the rest of the state and the rest of the United States in our recovery here. We'll be very interested to learn more about what he has to say in that particular area. Business people from all around the county will be here asking questions, participating, learning what they can to make their plans for business in 2012. Hi, this is Bill Frank, and I'm here at the Center for Economic Research and Forecasting luncheon at the Crown Plaza Hotel in Ventura, and I'm joined by a very special guest, Ed Summers, who's the CEO and the president of the Ventura Chamber of Commerce. Ed, so glad to have you here, first of all.
Thank you, Bill. Great event, and it's great to have it in Ventura.
It certainly is, and what a kudo to you, what a kudo to the business community here. The report, I've had an advanced look at the report. It is not the most optimistic report that I've seen come out of CERF. And so I wanted to ask you, as a businessman, as the leader of the business community, really, what do you think is going to have to change in order to improve the economic conditions in Ventura?
I think we're seeing slow growth. We've finally started to see some increase in our retail activity, but real estate continues to, of course, be the lag. And as long as the foreclosures are continuing and the values are staying low, I think you're going to have to see a little bit of a stabilization in the residential ownership real estate market. The part that has been amazing to me has been looking at the rental market. Vacancies are extremely low, demand for apartments continues to be high, and thank goodness we've had that value in our community, because until the residential ownership market shows a little bit of improvement, I think we're not going to see the confidence level of the consumers that we need.
Very true. Now, talk to me about the Chamber of Commerce and its role with the business community here in Ventura. In what ways do you represent the business leaders of the city?
What we do is we work closely. We really try and work in two different avenues. First, for the smaller business, providing them with the opportunity to really showcase their businesses and build their customer base, develop an energy and a synergy that helps to increase their revenues and their activity. The larger businesses, of course, we continue to work very closely with the city and city council to ensure that the policies and decisions being made by the city help to build our economy and are positive to the businesses. We've, as a good example, been working closely with the Community Development Department on the West Side Community Plan and Coding. We had some concerns with some of the issues that were in that and have brought those forward during the process to hopefully keep land use productive, encourage capital investment, which will help to create jobs.
That is great. Now, also as part of the Chamber of Commerce, you have a political action committee.
Yes.
Tell us about the PAC.
The PAC, and under state law, the PAC is a separate entity to the council. It's affiliated with, but their governance has to remain completely outside of the chamber itself. And what the PAC does is they look at all the candidates running for office to decide who do they believe will be the most supportive of the economic and business community, and then they will endorse and promote those candidates.
Good. Now, Ed, what are your business owners telling you about the economy right now? What are some of the top-of-mind comments that you hear most frequently?
Actually, we've been hearing, and I'll be anxious to hear how Bill Watkins frames it today, but we've been hearing some very favorable and very enthusiastic comments. Sales tend to be up with the auto dealers, with the retailers on Main Street. We're seeing new restaurants coming into town. We're seeing new retailers moving in. There's been office space, a building, the California Street building that has been vacant since it was built. We're now seeing that is almost completely leased. Wonderful. We're going to see a lot of activity there. So I'm hearing a little bit different story than I think you heard this morning.
Well, that's good to hear. My guest has been Ed Summers, who is the president and the CEO of the Ventura Chamber of Commerce. Ed, thank you so much for being my guest.
Take care.
Hi, this is Bill Frank, and I'm reporting for the Center of Economic Research and Forecasting luncheon atop the Ventura Crown Plaza Hotel. My very special guest is Cheryl Heitman, Deputy Mayor of the City of Ventura. Thank you so much for being my guest. And what does the economic research that the Cal Lutheran folks do help? In what ways does that help the City of Ventura in its planning?
Well, I'm really looking forward to this because we are just in the process of beginning to plan our economic development strategy for the next 5 to 10 years. So it comes at a great time for us to hear what's going to be going on in the economy locally so that we can start making the plans that we need to make of how to better develop the economy for the city.
No, that is great. Now, what are businesses telling you about this city, about the economy right now?
I think businesses, for the most part, are feeling somewhat optimistic. We have several new businesses coming into downtown. And which is great. We have a couple of other new businesses coming in out into the industrial area. So I think people, for the most part, are feeling optimistic. The sales tax for this last year was actually up a little bit. Housing seems to be having a little bit better time. So I think we're feeling optimistic.
Well, that's all very, very positive. Now, we're very fortunate to have renowned Professor Bill Watkins giving this talk. What do you expect to hear from Bill in today's announcement?
Well, I actually heard a little bit of it on an NPR station this morning. So I think that he's going to be rather cautious. I think he's probably going to say it's fairly flat, which is maybe true. What I'm really interested in is not so much this coming year, because I think we all know that's not going to be terrific, but projecting it out a little bit further. So I don't know what he's going to say. I'm hoping he's going to say that things are going to get better and that we can look for a more economic, rosy future in the.
We certainly can hope. Now,
Yeah.
Cheryl, one of the areas that is really not well known that I'd like you to expose for my viewers, if you will, please, is the healthcare and the role that the booming healthcare industry means to Ventura. What steps is the city taking in order to improve healthcare and expand that business?
Yeah, it is a growing business here, and I think it's one of the sectors. We're going to be identifying what we see as our major sectors here, and certainly healthcare is going to be one of them because we have the two hospitals that are both doing expansions and new hospitals. We really have the opportunity to do a lot of research, I think bring research into the community in the medical field. Hopefully some other things like medical devices. There's already a company, I think, coming in. So I think it provides us with a tremendous opportunity also just in education in the healthcare field. We have already a residency program, a second one I think starting. We have the nursing program at Ventura College, and then at CSUCI, of course. So it really gives us an opportunity, I think, to develop that sector.
That is great. My special guest has been Cheryl Heitman, Deputy Mayor of the City of Ventura. Cheryl, thank you so much for being my guest.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Bill Frank, and I'm reporting for the Center for Economic Research and Forecasting event that's atop the Crown Plaza Hotel in downtown Ventura. And I'm joined by two very special guests, Kristen Dekas, who is the CEO of the Port, and also Marianne Rooney, who is one of the commissioners. Thank you. I was drawing a blank. Commissioners for the Port as well. Thank you both for being here. Now, this is a big event. We talk about the state of the economy in all of Ventura County. Probably one of the biggest businesses in all of Ventura County has to be the Port, Kristen. So talk to us. Give us your prognostication for 2012. What's the year going to look like for the Port?
Well, we're actually fortunate to say that we are seeing a nice turn up in trade right now. Over the course of the last month, our auto imports are up 20%. Exports are up 11% and general cargo's up 9%. So I think that's a signal we are hoping of times to come and improvements in the economy. And we hope to capitalize on opportunities and continue to grow.
Well, that's exciting news because they say transportation is always the leading edge of the economy. When goods and products start to move, the rest of the economy follows. So can we infer from that you think the economy is going on the mend and it's going to turn around here in Ventura County?
I can't offer any guarantees, but I would say it's a very encouraging sign.
Oh, that is encouraging. Now, Marianne, you are a commissioner over at the Port, and you work very closely not only with the Port but also with the United States Navy. Talk to us about the integration and how important the Port is to the Navy and how important the Navy is to the Port.
The Navy is extremely important to not only the economy here in Ventura County, but to the Oxnard Harbor District as well. We share the waters with the Navy, and we share also some land with them as well. So we support them in every endeavor that they're doing, and we would like to create a tighter partnership with them as well.
Okay, that's always very exciting. Now, spill the secret sauce, ladies, if you will. What big plans do you have at the port for increasing cargo movements beyond where they already are, which is a pretty impressive increase already? Are there plans in place to really blow the doors off of cargo this year?
Blow the doors off cargo. The port is such an economic driver here in the county, and we are looking at every opportunity to support our local businesses here in increasing exports. We realigned the foreign trade zone, which allows businesses to have a foreign trade zone status so they can increase their bottom line through the use of our foreign trade zone. And we're looking at every opportunity that comes our way and to support all the businesses here to increase the economic engine in Ventura County.
That is great. Now, Kristen, if people want to learn more about the port, they don't maybe know as much about it as you do or as Marianne does, where would you direct them to go on the internet to learn more?
www.portofwanimi.org.
Portofwanimi.org. That is great. Ladies, thank you so much for being my special guests.
Thank you for having us.